So I want to talk more about self-driving tech and like autonomy in technology. So apparently there has been a breakthrough with a company called Agaro AI. They're backed by Ford and Volkswagen. If we think about like the public market on self-driving cars, there actually isn't a self-driving, like a completely autonomous, like completely like human-free car on the market. So that's what Ford and Volkswagen are trying to do with their partner Agaro AI. So basically, they came out with this new AR, or sorry, this new lidar sensor, and it can see 300 feet further than any other sensor out there. So basically, like Tesla and all the other companies, they use a combination of sensors, like regular sensors, cameras, and lidars. But the problem is cameras in general, they have some disadvantages in the fact that they can only see a certain distance. So the lidar is actually a way better technology. So basically, the things that they have been able to do is they've been able to with their lidar sensors, they've been able to see a single photon. So basically, they can see the darkest things, darkest objects, which just really helps at nighttime. That was the biggest hindrance to cameras is nighttime and bad weather. It's just hard to see with low light. So with these lidar sensors, they're able to see like the darkest things because they can see up to one single photon. So like kind of examples, like these are the kind of examples of the imagery the car is seeing with the lidar sensors, and they can see a 360 degree like thing. This is like the sensor right there, and that's it. Looks like on the car. So they're testing this right now in like a bunch of cities, and they are hoping to come out with self-driving vehicles in 2022. It was going to be in 2020 this year, but pandemic kind of pushes things back. Also, another thing that they're planning on doing is Volkswagen is hopefully going to offer driverless taxi services in 2025. That is crazy to me. Like you don't even have to have a car with a human in it. You can just get a taxi with no human. That's gonna be a weird future. Let me tell you. And I think this is super interesting just because like I never even thought about like there was actually a self-driving vehicle on the market. And this is actually really going to help as well, like in the self-driving department, but it's also going to really help with self-driving cars or semi-autonomous cars on the highway, because when you're going that fast, you kind of need to see further in order to be able to react quickly. Some other cool things, like they said, they're able to identify graffiti on a wall. Let's see, small moving objects like animals among vegetations, even static objects. So like they're able to see so much if we look at like the detail. Like you can see like there's that graffiti on the wall. There's like all the people and their shadows, and you can see like fire hydrants. Like the detail is crazy. And like I was thinking about the application of other things. Like for example, if you apply this to police or military, they're able to send things in like this that can see the detail. They can see this detail even like low lighting. So I was thinking, if they apply this to military or police or SWAT, they're able to they probably can save plenty more lives because they won't have to risk lives of the soldiers or the policemen in going into the scary situations like that. So I think this is really cool, and I think this is a cool advancement in the technology of self-driving vehicles. And it's really cool to think like in 2025 we're gonna have self-driving vehicles. Like there's imagine like as well like with the what's that called, with like truck driving. Like truck driving is a huge thing where there people are supposed to be involved, and I think people still would be involved, but imagine this technology in that setting would be insane. Definitely have to apply it in a different way, but just because this is a 360 view on a small car, but when you have a large long vehicle, like it'd just be very interesting to see that what can it be applied in that situation. So anyways, I think that's it. This kind of just shows you how much detail and how accurate it is. It also mentioned in one of the articles that I don't even know exactly what that means, but it's like a high wavelength of 1400 nanometers. So yeah, like it's just crazy how much detail is in this. Look at that. That is so much detail. Obviously, there's gonna be blind spots where the 360 camera can't see, but The cool thing was too, I think in the second article I found, this car, because of this technology, is able to take left-hand turns with oncoming traffic. I think it said. Yeah, it says Argyle says the system can navigate left-hand turns with oncoming traffic, managing transitions from darkness to bright light, and pick out small objects, all using a single sensor. Yeah, that was the crazy part they talked about. This is they can do so much with just a single sensor, where other vehicles like the Tesla models, they have to use multiple different sensors to get all that information. So, anyways, I just think it's very interesting and a great advancement in this technology.